Welcome back here at Star Ladder I-League Star Series Finals. We had our second to last game. Virtus.pro made sure we were also back on schedule, and they also made sure that compLexity, well, basically didn't have an answer for the push that Virtus.pro had for them. And for this game specifically, we have 4 people in total to talk about this match, as I am now joined by 3 gentlemen on the desk. Winter, what's your initial reaction to the game we just witnessed?
Oh, Spirit.
Earth Spirit.
OS Frog.
That's why we needed to have an extra person on the panel.
Just to be able to, yes.
To give proper tribute to the Earth Spirits.
Yeah. We're just all going to talk about, so Winter's going to give his analysis, and then I'm just going to talk about Earth Spirit, and he's just going to talk about
1-1 Earth Spirit Tusk. We're going to talk about what happened in the game.
Winter was trying to talk about how, like, yeah, you know, that the same hero, Tusk and Earth Spirit do a lot of the same things, and then there's one where Tusk got a kill on Earth Spirit, and I'm like, nah, I think Earth Spirit's got it there, and then there was one there towards the end where Tusk kind of went in on the Earth Spirit. Oh yeah, I can kill the Earth Spirit, and the Earth Spirit just silent, stunned, killed, just destroyed.
I mean, obviously with levels, Earth Spirit is better, but
Yeah,
Tusk is just stronger in terms of the early roaming.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I would like to see? Jerax versus Lil, 1 versus 1 mid Earth Spirit.
Oh god.
Please.
Are you serious?
Would that be enjoyable to watch though?
Yeah, how can
No.
they?
Okay, they can have. Oh no, they will have with their team exact same lineup, and they will both play Earth Spirit.
Just throw them at each other?
Because you do need the other heroes to kind of make it work. But
At
who's
least-
the better Earth Spirit?
At least it's better than Viper versus Viper matchup.
Yeah, or OD versus OD.
It's a good question, because I think I can't remember one of you guys said while we were watching that he's actually as good as...
I think he might be as good as Jerax. Yeah, he doesn't play it as much, like professionally, but I think in that game he showed that his skill ceiling with the hero is comparable at least to Jerax.
1 stone, 3 spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the whole combo with 1 stone. So,
All the time, you know.
but
Constantly. Yeah.
I'm sure Jerax does that too.
Yeah.
But the more impressive one is like the rolling, and then you do the mid-air kick. It's very difficult to do that accurately.
Yeah.
So he got his combos right all the time.
What could compLexity have done differently this game? Because obviously they had a tough game, and they still need to play another one after this as well.
You know, they were like tilting. Like everyone was diving. You know, at level 1, they were diving at the tail one to get the kill.
And when they were chasing the Death Prophet, I mean, G basically went past the tier 1 tower mid, past the tier 2 tower mid.
You know, it's safe to
so
say
fast.
you don't give away that hero. I think
The
that's
Death Prophet
the
or
la-
the Earth Spirit,
that's
or
the-
both.
No, that's the last route right now. You know, Death Prophet.
But this was this was only the second game she won today.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
the games that they lost, it wasn't because of Death Prophet. It was
Leshrac-
because of other things. You know.
Leshrac lost a lot of games at TI. Like,
Yeah, but it's still first pick.
this
first
is what
ban.
we're saying. Sometimes the stats,
Okay.
you know, it doesn't matter if it's 2-5. It's still the 5-2 hero. Really,
Yeah.
it's.
sometimes you just have those bad starts, or you have games that are lost. It's just the Death Prophet. Like,
Yep.
it does say something about the hero that maybe it's not like ridiculously crazy good, or maybe it tells something about that maybe some teams haven't practiced it enough.
Yeah.
That they're maybe not.
If 5 heroes cannot kill 1 hero, that is
No,
That's a problem.
I agree. No, I agree that she's still really, really good. But I'm saying the numbers do say something, and that's that maybe some teams need to get back comfortable on it, and they need to learn like what are the right lineups to draft around the Death Prophet.
Yeah, she
I still
doesn't
think the Death
automatically
Prophet
win.
itself is very strong.
You don't just pick her and then get a free win.
Exactly.
That's, yeah.
True.
But she's still ridiculously strong.
You need to know which kind of aggression, how much aggression you can
Right.
actually do. And Virtus.pro seems very, very, very knowledgeable in knowing when they can push and when to what limits they can basically push
It's
themselves
like
and that hero.
Dragon Knight, you know, you want to get objectives with your ultimate all the time, but the difference is he has much better laning phase than Dragon Knight. He has a spell that allows her to, like, you know, never die at all. You have a spam that has a shorter cooldown than Dragon Knight's spam.
You can lifesteal.
G is like
Yeah,
G
yeah.
is like the fear of CIS. The guy's just been around for forever.
I think he's the best 1v1 player, like in terms of mid mechanics from the CIS region.
He's just been around for so long. He knows like every hero in and out. He's played like every mid matchup ever because he's been around for 8 years.
I'll
at a
tell you a
professional level.
secret. Mushi told me that G is the hardest player to lane against.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he say why?
He just said that he always feels like the most pressure when he's playing against G.
It is because of his aggressive playstyle. I mean, I gotta be.
And he's been around too. I mean, he played on that LGD Int team for 2 years. That
He
stayed in the
he
Chinese.
said that in terms of like certain heroes matchup, like he feels like if it's a 50-50 matchup or a slightly advantageous matchup to him, even though he's playing against, if he's playing against G, even though he has a better matchup, sometimes he feels it's hard against him.
And I think he's one of the mids that's made the transition away from the kind of carry mid meta that we saw last patch into the more space creating meta that we're seeing right now.
He plays everything.
He plays everything.
He plays
He's got no
whatever,
problem with
yeah.
it. Yeah. I mean, his Shadow Fiend last patch was fantastic, and now he's
Queen of Pain, Shadow Fiend, Invoker. He used to play a lot of Panda, you know, the big Panda.
Yeah.
His pan is really good too. He's just
Yes,
a very
he plays-
all-around talented
He
hero.
plays TA.
Huh?
And then I guess he doesn't play Meepo. That's the only hero he doesn't play.
I think that's okay.
He's very versatile, very
You
aggressive
have to be
player
really,
nonetheless.
really good at me.
Then he plays Beastmaster. Oh my god. He plays everything.
What doesn't he not? What does he not?
So who do you guys think, like, Virtus.pro, Liquid, Secret, have you watched them all? Like, who's the strongest? Secret have been underwhelming for me.
Yes.
Agreed. I think it's between Liquid and VP. I think whoever ends up winning that matchup will probably take it. I think Liquid's 2-0 right now, so they'll have to drop a game for that to actually matter, because they could still lose to VP. Well, I guess if they lost to VP, they would then lose the
They'll be-
tiebreaker.
yeah.
I think
I think it comes down to who
you
wins
have to
that game.
ban Earth Spirit and you pick Tuskar. So
Yeah.
they don't get one of
Whoever
those
gets
two.
Tusk
Wait,
first.
but who's banning it? If it's Liquid versus Virtus.pro, which of them bans the Earth Spirit?
Whoever doesn't have first pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean first pick.
Yeah.
First
okay.
pick's very important this patch, I think.
Oh, and the best of one as a coin toss.
Yeah, I
I
know.
believe so.
Lady Luck.
Lady Luck.
I
What,
think-
what are the
think
numbers
we'll
right now on
find
first pick?
someone.
Like, I think first
I'm
pick's
not
something
sure.
like 55-56%.
It's something like that. It's
Yeah.
definitely ahead.
It's really high right now.
I think Liquid would give Virtus.pro Earth Spirit. I think they would. I don't know if Virtus.pro would give it to Liquid.
And then they will
Oh,
take
like-
Death Prophet. Aha.
Yeah.
But I want to see a best of 3 at some point between Liquid and Virtus.pro where they let Earth Spirit go through both
Well,
times to both teams and see
The
what
way
happens.
this is going, I mean, who knows? They made each other in the finals. They're obviously in the same group, which means if they both make it through, they can't face each other unless they face each other in the finals, I believe. That's the way
Yeah.
the bracket
right.
works.
Yeah, they'll swap around.
So there's definitely a chance for that. Would mean that we won't see LGD and EG, which,
My predictions.
yeah, and those two teams have been doing really well as well. And talking about them, Group A is actually completely done for the day. So we can take a look at Group A standings before we go into our
I
last
actually
match.
remembered something.
Yeah.
Those teams that you mentioned that are doing good, they're all playing Earth Spirit.
Hmm?
LGD plays Earth Spirit.
MMY can play Earth
Yeah,
Spirit.
EG plays Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
And the team that we just mentioned both play Earth
Not
Spirit.
as much,
Yeah.
though, as these
But-
two.
But they
Not
do
as
play
much,
it. He's
but they
right. They
can.
do.
Yeah, they do
They
play the
can.
hero.
Yeah.
Because there's some heroes that don't play it at all. Some teams, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't think
so
Alliance
far,
can play it.
Brian,
Yes.
walk us through our tiebreaker scenario possibilities for tomorrow.
Okay, so there's some there's
Good
a
luck, Brian.
possibilities. So right now there is a possibility of there being like a 2 to 3 way tie for third place. People going 2 and 3. There's also, if EG loses out, they could be 2-3 as well. So there could be a lot of teams at 2-3 tomorrow. I think what's most likely is we see Spirit, who have to face off against Navi and Fnatic, winning those games and becoming 3-2 and getting third place. But because Alliance has a really tough road against LGD and EG, I believe Navi hasn't faced someone out of LGD and EG, and so has Fnatic. So it's a tough road for everybody else. Team Spirit actually has the easiest road tomorrow. So I think that's the team to look at. That if they win the games they're supposed to win, they'll be ahead.
'Cause
Okay,
the-
summary. Tomorrow is an interesting day.
Very interesting.
The only two teams that beat them are the ones right about at the
Exactly.
top. So Spurs are actually looking in kind of pole position to make third. But
Right.
are you guys all like? I'm completely convinced. So you all
you
completely.
don't think they would lose to the other, like to Fnatic?
They might.
You
They
don't-
could.
They could lose.
They could.
right?
They could.
But they got an easier run because they don't have to play LGD or
Right.
EG. But
On paper, they have an easier time. Yeah.
what I want to ask: do any of you are you all completely sure that LGD and EG are locked? Could either of them drop?
I don't see EG
EG
losing
maybe.
2 games tomorrow.
EG maybe mathematically, right? They might.
Yeah.
They can. I don't think they can be.
They got to lose at least twice.
They have to lose twice,
Yeah.
and some of the other teams have to win all their games. So I think it's pretty unlikely that EG doesn't make it. They at least tie for third place, most likely. And I mean, just in terms of their talent and what I expect them to do.
So
tomorrow, I
everyone
don't
is
think-
fighting for the last spot, basically.
It's
Yeah.
basically fighting for third.
Yeah,
at
that's
this
what it
point.
looks like.
Yeah, EG still has to face Fnatic and an Alliance, indeed.
Right.
But yeah,
not
that's on Group A, so that continues all tomorrow. We are still in Group B. By the way, Virtus.pro made sure that we are back on schedule and won 2 games in the time that
Yeah.
Vega versus Secret
We're-
is still going on.
We're like ahead of schedule now.
Yeah, we're actually ahead of schedule. But
This
Group
is-
B, Virtus.pro, obviously
The-
the LGD of Group B.
The
if you wish.
table's still wrong though. Secret beat them.
Yeah.
Secret did beat them. That's
So they're
actually true.
2-1.
Yes.
Yeah, Virtus.pro's 2-1 and Liquid should be 2-0.
And Secret's not updated yet either because they should be 1-1 because they did lose against.
Yeah. They lost against Liquid, yeah.
Yes. So
But this, we've had
Totally
Virtus
behind
Pro
them.
with the win against Secret for like how many hours now?
it's a few. It's the first day. You know, it's a long day. We've been here for a while. It's okay.
But complexity
We're
is
ve-
looking.
internet is very forgiving, guys.
Oh yes, very. They
Internet
don't.
is
They
very-
don't. They don't remember anything.
Do you know how many
Very,
secrets-
very
No,
short.
no,
memories.
Tomorrow they'll have forgotten this message.
Internet is very
And they'll
forgiving.
love us. Yeah.
And you left out a word, kappa. Internet is forgiving, kappa.
You know how many
I
secret
don't have
fans?
to say kappa. It's for people to know that I mean kappa. I think.
What do you think the secret fans are saying on Twitch right now? They're looking at this and
Secret are doing it.
the secret fans are
Forehead.
like,
So bad.
yeah.
Well, I don't think the secret fans are very talkative right now after their results today.
Yeah, that's. Are they? Do we know anything
They're just
about
they're in a weird funk.
I
Like,
mean,
really-
it's an even game. I watched a little bit of Vega versus Secret, right? And it was a very even game. But the thing is, it should not be an even game. Looking at paper, they should be able to destroy. Well, maybe not destroy.
Vega's
but they
not
should
been
be able
playing
to
that
win
well
Vega.
recently, like-
Yeah. So it should not be an even game. So I think Team Secret
Everyone
fans
is
are kind of
trying
keeping
to
quiet.
figure out what is the best style for their team. Like that's the reason why you see a lot of very chaotic games and like in an event like this, like when you see a certain team dominate in a way like they did, and someone else would be like, oh, maybe we should try that.
Right.
And then they forget about their roots. Then they get lost
agree.
in transaction.
I think the way that we talked about how G was kind of the mid player that was making the best transition from the carry meta back to the space creating meta, I think Weeha's having a bit of a struggle with that transition
It's their
himself.
play style, I think, in general. The whole
Right.
team, like they usually give him a lot of space and farm. Like they're more
Right.
comfortable in that role. That's why probably it's harder, or maybe they would take a longer time to adjust the
It's-
whole play style around him.
It's the Jerax Tusk guys. I cast that game, the Liquid versus Secret, and they gave Weeha Syllabare to go mid against DP, which should be fine.
Yeah, that should be fun.
And the Tusk came in at like level 1 or 2 and just
Oh my
somehow
gosh.
made a kill on the bear. I mean, he was standing so far back, he had a Spirit Bear farming, and somehow Jerax managed to like get the snowball with the DP in it onto him and they killed him. And
And Spirit Siphon, GG, dead
Yeah.
hero.
Now people are going Aether Lens, so you make sure you get the range on the Spirit Siphon on DP now.
This is
so
Dota
good.
2.
What a
Dota
game.
2, what a game.
What a game.
Now we are going to move into Wings this time versus complexity. We were of course expecting
I want to
Wings
see
earlier.
Keeper of the Light.
Yeah.
Yes.
If,
Yeah.
They're
if
cuddle
Dakota
pickers.
was here, it's like, let's go
because
Keeper
Wings
of
pick
the Light.
it, yeah, they actually pick Cuddle. So
Yeah. They
Yeah.
pick Cuddle and our Spirit. Should be Dakota's favorite team.
Is there anything else specific that you want to see from Wings here, apart from the cuddle?
I'd like to see the bat again. I saw them beat
Yeah.
Vega earlier and they batted really well from the mid lane. So
Blink
that'd be
has really impressed me over the qualifiers.
Blink?
Not Blink.
You mean, the guy with the Chinese name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blink?
yeah, but he is Blink.
Yeah, he's called
Yeah,
Blink. He's
you're
called
making me. You're making me doubt myself.
No,
Winter.
he's called Blink.
His
don't
name
worry.
is Blink.
He's whatever, dude.
He's a Chinese.
He's-
What are the Chinese characters? I
His
don't.
name is Dagger.
His name
If
is
you
Dagger, okay.
Translate, it's not Blink.
Dagger,
Okay.
dagger.
It is Blink with a capital L.
No.
Better yet, small b, capital.
No, I think that's a different player, isn't it?
What?
What?
Is that the same
Which
player?
guy are you guys? Which player are you guys talking
sorry.
No,
about?
we're
The
talking about
mid.
their mid player with the Chinese characters.
Yeah, the guy's name is Tiao Dao. Tiao Dao. It means Blink. Dagger. Dagger.
Blink.
Blink Dagger Dagger.
Yep, it's Dagger. It's like if you translate it directly.
So you're
whatever.
saying we should say dagger, we shouldn't say blink? Or-
Let's get. Let's
Every time I've read
avoid
his name,
confusion.
every time I've read it, is like westernized name has just been Blink. with a
Yeah,
capital L.
because you call Blink, like you don't call Dagger, you call Blink, and then
But in China they call it Dagger.
they call it Dagger. Like
Oh, that
But
makes sense.
we're not in
You
China.
you learn something every day.
so
We're
confusing.
not in China.
We're not in China. Sorry, Winter. It will be
Whatever.
Blink.
okay.
It's
Ming
easy.
Li is sad. Whatever. Okay, Blink. We call him Blink. Okay,
okay,
so it's easy for everyone to understand.
Okay.
By the way, people, there has been a number in every game that you've watched, and it says 300,000, and you've been wondering, like, why is that now moving? It's because it will move at some point. But if you want to make it move, you can get yourself sets in store that will actually raise the price pool, because it's actually $300,000, which is the price pool for this tournament. You can get a Darkseer set, a Lina set, and a Bristleback.
The Bristleback
set.
one's awesome. I think.
I really like that one. It's
Yeah.
with the shield, right? In the
Yeah,
helm?
it's pretty sick.
I mean, it sounds very generic. No, it's actually
was
really
good.
good. I
It was
really
good.
like
Yeah,
it.
I like it.
I like the hair of the Lina as well, actually, a lot.
Can I make a request for a Baden set?
To whom? To me? I can't
to
make
the Twitch
sets.
chat. To the anyone want to make an Abaddon set for winter?
Why do you want an Abaddon set?
I mean, it's fun. The hero is fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of Abaddon sets out there, though.
How is the hero?
We haven't
fun?
seen a whole lot of Abaddon so far.
It's a good hero.
You mean you like to play?
Why
it?
have we
Yeah.
not seen it? We haven't seen it a whole lot today.
We saw Omni Knight, his brother.
Okay.
Guys, this is how you know winter plays in the off lane. There's only an off laner who would say that Abaddon's a fun hero because that's the
Yeah.
person playing it.
It's fun and offline because you just don't die.
There's just
works.
like nobody.
You don't die. You farm a Vlads. You farm an eggs. You win the game. Like,
Yep, easy plan, you know.
So do you want Wings to pick a Baron?
Abaddon is good in two situations I can imagine in my mind. Like when you have a tanky hero, so you can keep keeping the guy alive,
Right.
and you laugh at the enemy, haha. Or when the enemy has Bane, Slaughter, Bounty Hunter, then you shoot and you
Counter
haha,
all the-
haha.
why do you think we haven't seen people picking it today, though?
I think when you pick a Baron, you have to build a lineup around it. That's a difference. Like the offlaners that we see a lot, I think today were Beastmaster, what else? Prophet. Those two heroes are heroes that you don't really need to build a draft. Like they're very flexible. You can fit them into any type of lineups.
That's true.
That's the problem with Abaddon because you need to build your friends around him
Right.
instead of him being flexible.
And Spirit is normally one of the teams that actually picks him up, and they haven't touched him either.
Right.
Yeah,
kinda
I think the
surprising.
main reason is also because the offlane has been changed. Because before that, when we saw a lot of Abaddon, it was the old offlane where the offlane was nearer to your tower, so it's easier to get experience. But right now, it's back to the good old days, the offlane that you can't. Oh, it's the actual offlane
Yeah.
instead of the safe
Yeah.
lane.
Yeah.
So,
So
he
they-
has a slightly harder time farming
Yeah.
the side camp as well.
Exactly, yeah. So the heroes that can have another way to get value.
yeah,
out the
that's why
Darkseer
he's
and
not
the
been
Nature's
picked so
Prophet,
much
Yeah,
already.
Yeah.
that's
So-
definitely got to be it.
You have to like give help to him instead of just ditching him. Like you probably need maybe like a lich, or you need to do something to help him instead of just leaving him there alone.
Dual hard lanes in general are just a lot less popular this
Nah.
patch and a lot less successful. Like, I think last patch, if you just ran a dual hard lane, the win rate on it was like 54, 55%, whereas this patch is down to like
That's
47%.
like the offlaners right now are more towards jungling, like Darkseer, Prophet, Lone Druid, like all these heroes
Yeah.
are way more flexible. Like Beastmaster can't jungle, but he's more flexible in terms of other departments.
Yeah.
He can group and push. He has a stun that goes through BKB. He provides other things.
EG
But-
did a dual offlane against LGD. They did Ogre and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
like
that-
after a while, the
that's-
Nature's Prophet went to the jungle and the Ogre.
That's
did-
like fine because it's a very strong lane. I think if you do really strong lanes, then it's okay. But it's not as easy as the last patch where you can just have
whatever.
whatever, you know. Like
Right.
this patch is a bit more difficult.
Yeah, when people were like starting their carry with the support in the offlane, you can't
Yeah,
really do
like
that.
that was like secret. They do
Yeah.
they do Jackie Ma offlane all the time with first
Right.
support.
I mean, Mushi's been trying to do it. They've been putting Mushi in the off lane with a support on a couple of games on Gyro.
Today they were actually trying to because they were trying to
They did
pressure. They
aggressive,
tried to
yeah.
win all their lanes, but it didn't work out.
Right.
So it was. I mean, it was kind of a different idea because Secret did it because they wanted to give Jackie a safer lane, and back then the safe lane was actually the off lane instead
Right.
because you would have like some Tusk Undying in your safe lane, so it wasn't actually a safe lane. So you would just run away.
Well, back to virtus.pro versus compLexity, because that's the match that we are.
Wait. That's the one we just had?
Back to Wings versus compLexity, because that is the match that we're here for.
Well played, Commander.
Confusion all around. It's fine. Last match of the day. compLexity just coming off a loss.
They really need this win.
They do, because if they lose this one, they'll be up to or down to 3
They're-
losses.
They'll be the first team of the day. It's
3
actually
losses is
Yes,
like
it's kind
is
of
GG,
out.
right? It's out.
Yes,
It's not completely GG, but it's the
very likely.
The problem with being 0-3 is that your fate is no longer in your hands. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
you need other people to mess up, and that's a bad position to be in. Like, you want to be in control of your own destiny as much as possible.
Yeah, and Blink Dagger is not gonna get his bat
Right.
That's a good first
Respect band.
respect ban straight away. So they did their homework already. Obviously, they were expecting. I believe they were expecting to face Wings before the match here. So I'm gonna imagine they already prepared. And I think that if you lose on the way that you lost against virtus.pro, you can put that behind you.
Yeah.
And thinking, you know what, that game was crazy. It was virtus.pro doing weird Death Prophet stuff against Wings. We got this.
Why is it weird?
Well, it's just
Death Prophet
okay. Let's call it annoying
Normal Death
Death
Prophet
Prophet.
stuff.
Annoying Death Prophet.
Annoying Death Prophet stuff.
Imbalanced things, you know.
Yeah.
Prophet.
Like doing
And
Death Prophet stuff.
Wings again, showing me that they have really done their draft research, banning out the Z-Freak IO.
Yeah.
And
And
Very
the
good.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Okay, the ghost lady.
I've been really impressed
Here
by
comes
Wings drafting
DP.
so far.
Surely the DP.
Sure.
But did they pick it just now? Like, did they ever use the hero today, Wings?
No.
I don't think so.
They didn't have it in the Vega game, that's for sure, and I don't think they had it versus Virtus Pro.
So what are the odds of them not picking the hero at all?
Would you risk letting it go through? Because Limp can
But if you
play
don't
Death
play the
Prophet.
hero,
But they are playing pushing. They're
10
definitely playing a lot of
seconds
pushing, so
Yeah.
you'd expect they would have practiced the hero.
There it is.
Oh, we forgot about that. It's Spirit first pick.
Complexity's like,
Oasis.
no, not again.
Well, at least they can pick up the Death Prophet themselves this time if they want to. It's a trade-off.
They heard that we were deciding who's the best Earth Spirits, and they were like, "We've got a volunteer for the competition."
Who's the guy that plays Earth Spirit on his team?
I don't know.
Ice?
I don't actually know if it's. We can
No,
check
he
that
only
really
plays
fast.
Icy Heroes.
Isn't that-
You're right.
Alright,
You're
Death
right.
Prophet.
Oh,
See
yeah,
you.
see heroes. Let me double check actually.
Is
I
it
guess
not
none of the
Ancients?
teams play Death Prophet, right? These two teams.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I think compLexity can. They just don't like it as much as other teams.
I feel like in the I think if I remember correctly, in the Liquid Secret game, the Death Prophet was very late as well. It was like picked in the near like second last pick or something. I'm not sure why. Some of the games it does that.
We've seen it being completely ignored in some of the games
Right.
today as well. So it's just certain teams that prioritized it.
Round 2.
Rightfully so.
Tusker Earth Spirit round 2.
Yeah. I'll have to see the rest of the draft, but
complexity's Tusker is actually pretty legit too.
yes, they do have a very good squad.
That guy actually plays so much Tusker. Handskin. Like, it means
seconds
glove,
remaining.
according to you.
Hand skin.
Handskin.
Complexity's turn to ban.
Well, that makes sense actually. His name is Glove, and he has the Warus punch. Like,
Exactly. It's normally ZRD, but Ice has played it once, but he went 1 in 8.
Ice?
Ice. It's hard. There's an icy, there's an ice, there's an ice, and there's an ice. They need to chill.
5
With their-
seconds.
And then there's Winter.
Wow. How long did
I'm
you
not
bottle
so-
that one up?
A while.
Reserve time.
A long time.
Okay. Well, you got it out. Good job.
Have you guys seen any big Invoker players today yet?
Sunstrike on the ground, on your own feet.
Yeah, G-Sun striking himself.
There's
But
that.
have you seen any like Invokers carry their team to victory or?
Iceberg? Oh,
It's
no.
been mostly space creating and buying time for their
Yeah,
team
I've
and
seen way
basically
more
creating
Crosswax.
scenarios for their teammates.
And Necrobook Invokers.
Yeah.
Because when the patch started, people were like, Invoker, it's the hero.
Well, he got like 2 straight nerfs in
Yeah.
other patches, so. But he's still good. It was just, I don't think they realized how strong Fairy Fire was going to be for the heroes that had base damage nerfs in mid, like your Bat Riders and your Invokers. And then
Death Prophet is
Fairy
just
Fire
better
happens,
as well. That's why.
You think so? Just-
Yeah, I think Death Prophet does whatever Invoker can do in the lane better.
Okay.
And team fight wise, you're
In the lane for sure, yeah.
And it beats Invoker 1v1 in
yeah,
lane.
that's
so.
why it's so hard to like I can't really think of any hero that apart from maybe like hero like Viper. Like even
10
Viper, I remember
seconds
when
remaining.
we were scrimming before, you still have a tough time against DP
It's the, I think the Lone
because
Druid
the
is,
third spell is like the Siphon, the Spirit Siphon is too strong.
Yeah.
I think the Lone Druid is maybe your best bet.
Reserve
I mean,
time.
you just both
If
farm.
you have to pick Lone Druid to do it,
yeah, exactly. You have to go.
then
mid
you have
lane.
a problem, you know. Just to deal with the Death Prophet.
Complexity's turn
But
to
seems
ban.
like they're just both ignoring Death Prophet still in this draft.
Yeah, well, I mean, Complexity already has their mid, so.
Wings,
Wings doesn't have to
It
worry
might
about
be a
banning
safe
it.
lane. No, they do safe lane Invoker.
They do?
Yeah, Complexity.
Okay.
I remember watching one of their games that I actually remember the most. They had mid Gyrocopter,
10
he max
seconds
homing missile,
remaining.
tong, and then Sunstrike. And then
It's good.
easy kill.
I've done that before.
And then they have a safe lane Invoker.
I did that in a pub recently.
the combo.
A guy like spam picked Invoker mid, and then the other team picked OD, and he's like, I'm not going mid anymore. Gyro, you go mid. And I'm like, really? He's like, yes. I'm not going mid. So I maxed homing missile, and we struck him a couple times. It worked pretty well. That's right.
Oh, look at that notebook.
Oh, zoom in, Darkseer, Darkseer.
Look at that, Abandon.
Oh,
I saw
leaks.
Abandon.
I saw Queen of
I
Pain.
saw Abandon. Enchantress Abandon.
I saw Queen of
Oh,
Pain.
I want to see that. I want to see that America special Enchantress offlane.
This
Why would they have Queen of Pain
Enchantress plus
listed?
Abandon, you know?
It's
the
good.
tanky hero and Abandon.
Yeah,
That's the strat,
10
you know?
seconds
does
remaining.
anyone know
you
why?
can't kill an Enchantress in the offlane. And then she can just go grab a creep from the side.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Enchantress
It's
is a
good.
very strong
It's
hero.
good. She's very strong.
You know the,
offline.
the team of the
She was
NA
like first phase ban in
the
America.
team of the NA
Would you not
pups,
go for Chen
heroes
first,
that
though?
never die.
Yeah.
Chen's still in the pool.
Oh, there's the Beastmaster.
Faster.
Right? Not
Chin
the
is still in the
Enchantress.
pool. I think. And
I mean, if you have the choice.
yeah, Complexity plays really good Chin as well. But I don't know if they want to do.
Wings
Well, they can do
play-
Chin and Tusk.
Does
They can do
Wing
that.
play Chen?
I'd be surprised if Ice can't play Chin. But they've already picked Venge and Earth Spirit, and I don't think Wings is going to be a type of team to play Venge carry.
Oh,
I
they-
would
they don't
expect
play.
the
I don't
Earth,
think they play
the
Venge
Earth
carry.
Spirit player to be the same player as the player that plays Chen / Enchantress.
And I think
I can see that. Yeah.
Why do you
10
think
seconds
Complexity banned
remaining.
Nightstalker?
Wings loves to play that in the
Because they
fourth
pick
5
Beastmaster,
seconds
they want
remaining.
Beastmaster, and then I think certain teams would regard Beastmaster's counter to Nightstalker because he reduces your vision with
Oh, okay.
darkness.
I
so-
see.
But I mean,
Yeah.
but you're right in that like Wings usually plays in the 4 position though.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
They've
That's why I
already picked
thought
both of their supports.
All right, they have Viper, a tanky hero, and then Athletic Shield counters Beastmaster roll.
So you're calling the Baron?
Go back.
Please,
Wow.
I want to see a Baron.
Oh man, we've got a Viper.
Viper plus Abaddon, the two most cancerous
Disgusting.
heroes.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! Please no! I'm having nightmares.
Is this our first Viper of the day?
I had a very good
10
win rate with that in
seconds
offlane. A Baden Viper. It's just a
You play with Henrik too much, I
5
guess.
seconds remaining.
no. That's actually not. That's not. No, that's not with him.
Well,
Reserve
has anyone
time.
else seen a Viper yet today?
Yes,
Fada
Liquid
played
has
one.
played it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fada
Liquid,
played it.
yeah.
Fada just picks the disgusting heroes. He wants to break the soul of his enemy.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
it's a legitimate strategy. If you break their soul, you'll probably
Yes.
beat them.
Oh, okay. So ZRD is actually their offlaner. So it's very possible that this Earth Spirit is going to be offlane Earth Spirit.
Okay.
Because ZRD does play it the most for wings.
Oh,
Offlaners.
So this could be
Really?
offlane Earth Spirit. So that's probably why they banned the Night Stalker, is because they still think that there's going to be a 4 position in the pool for them.
What do you think of Earthlane? Offlane.
Earthlane.
Spirit.
This is now Earth Lane.
Oh, why don't we ask Winter? He's an offlaner.
That's what I was asking. Yes.
I
He
don't
doesn't know how to play
I
it.
don't know how to play off spirit, so I
No,
can't
but what do you
answer.
think of him as a hero as an offlaner?
He doesn't need. It's like Tusk. If you ask me, I would answer the same thing.
Yeah.
They don't need a core position to do what he's doing.
And that's why no one plays Tusk in the offlane match anymore.
All right,
Right.
Chen, Beastmaster, Invoker. Then you have Lycan last pick.
Yeah.
Push.
Z-Freak has a very good chin. So I think he's a chin player for them.
Yes.
Would you know like
Yeah.
him ban?
If they ban Lycan, then you pick something else that can push. Luna probably.
When teams get their back up against the wall today, they just go, okay, we're going to push now.
Yeah, and this is actually
Take a
tricky for
what?
wings
Forget
now.
new strategies. We're
I
just going to push.
Like, what are wings
10
options?
seconds
Because they have the Viper. If they're the ones being pushed at,
they have
Viper's
to
not
fight. They have
Yeah.
to fight.
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Let's go fight.
So they got to take them on. It's
Abaddon,
they need a fighting carry.
Reserve time.
Venge is a good fighting carry if you put him as a carry.
But does Shadow play Venge?
I don't know. Not sure. Because not many teams, like not every team actually run Chen. Venge as a carry.
You have to-
Venge carry can be very hard.
But
'cause you can-
but I think it's good like for the tempo of the game. It's a very fast-paced
it's
carry.
good for tempo, but you can fall behind and farm very fast.
It depends on how you build the hero. If you go Helm of Dom, he's really good at jungling. She's
true.
really good
That's
at
true.
jungling.
I think in this meta, every team needs to learn to carry. I mean, even Arteezy was playing carry Venge.
Yeah.
They were like first picking it. So
It needs to be a tool in your toolbox. Any type of hero like that that's viable in multiple roles, it's very valuable to be able to play that hero.
yeah, otherwise the enemy
Good
team
point.
knows.
K-pop tosses.
If you're expecting complexity to go for a pushing strat with perhaps a Lycan or Luna last pick, wouldn't you pick a Coddle? If you're Wingstons, they are a team
yeah,
that
why,
you can point out
we
that
said
plays
that
it.
the last.
Oh.
Okay.
All right,
They
they
lost.
just don't want to die. Apparently, they're just going to go for protect Morphling and. I
So
don't-
what is the strategy behind the
No.
morphling? Because they don't have stunts.
I'm sorry, this is like
This is pretty
Adaptive
rough.
strike.
every
is a stun.
morphling I saw, which isn't Sylar,
10
it's just
seconds.
like
It's pretty bad.
it just seems like okay, now you get pushed, morphling does
5
nothing.
seconds remaining.
I mean, the only thing I can see happening with the morphling is if you get ahead enough before the push comes. Oh, you wave over
Reserve time.
shotgun, one hero dead.
Yeah, but how is he gonna get an ethereal blade before the push comes? Like what it?
You get Ethereal Blade before Lincoln's. I guess.
Oh, you just go straight into
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, you-
And then you go like I seen the build before. It was a very old school build. You go bottle, because you're not going Lincolns. You don't have the regen, so you go bottle and then into E-Blade.
So Shadow has played Venge carry twice, and he's lost both games.
But definitely not in games where they pick morphling.
He has had two very, very
Oh.
bad games on Vengeful Spirits. So yeah, well, still before we're just talking about it from the
yeah.
yeah. Obviously, he's not playing it now, but just to talk, he's had 2 games and he's had 1 kill in both those games.
Okay, so
Okay.
Ursa last ban.
Venge carry is not for Shadow.
yeah, they don't want a core that is fast paced and they can do Roshan on Dire. Because they have morphling. You don't want a game to be too fast. So complexity probably wants a fast paced carry. I mean, there's
Is
still
Lycan not a
there's-
fast-paced carry?
There's Lycan, there's Juggernaut. Like,
10
I think
seconds
complexity already have such a big draft
there's so
advantage.
many other heroes they can pick, like Juggernaut, Lycan.
5 seconds remaining.
Those are heroes are really good.
I think they're taking long because they have such a good position already. It like doesn't matter that
Reserve
much.
time.
Like any of those heroes that Winter suggested will just be
5
fine and they'll be in a really good
seconds
position.
This is just the overall plan. They have a very good plan this game.
Okay.
Oh yeah, last pick.
Yeah, why
Oh
not?
yeah, why not?
You're right. They're just
She
gonna,
was
they're gonna
still
just
on
play
the
the
phone.
safe lane invoker. The
Okay.
draft,
Oh yeah, safe lane invoker.
the
yeah.
draft got his back. He called it.
I mean, why not? If they're gonna pick morphling against you, then you're gonna pick DP.
This is so good by complexity, like baiting him in to where they don't ban the death
And then
prophet.
the Tusk is roaming around, and then he
Yeah.
has the sun to help him. So
This-
it's easy to get kills. Sun's
Complexity managed to get like exactly what they wanted out of this draft without like getting anything. I think they got really good.
right. All right, so
Getting a last pick.
you're
death
still
prophet,
convinced the Osprey is
fourth pick
offlane?
Chin.
Five
Offlane for them.
seconds
Osprey
remaining.
offlane. Venge
Well,
is definitely
Ice has played it. Like they can play it support.
Oh, they can.
It's possible, but they've done it offlane way more often.
Okay,
And here we
offlane.
see the Witch Doctor, so it's going to be
Okay,
offlane.
Winter, tell us if you still think compLexity has the better lineup in terms of the lineup that they have the most easy to execute. What do you feel like we should look out for Wings to do to actually make sure that they make a win here?
I mean, they just need to Wings. You mean what Wings need to do? They have
What Wings need to do to win?
they have to hope that the game doesn't end before 30 minutes. Then they can win.
That's exactly it.
Okay. Well, then they need to delay the game. Let's.
Good luck delaying the game. 'cause
With the heroes they have, it's not going to be that easy.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to like own the lanes. Like maybe
win the
Viper
lanes,
just dominates
and then
the
maybe
lane.
Earth Spirit offlane does. a
Viper
lot.
needs to have a really
Okay, Viper
good
wins the
lane.
lanes. Earth Spirit gets a lot of levels, and then
Yeah.
Earth Spirit comes to the fight. He somehow wins the
Right.
fight with Magnetize, and then they
Right.
delay the push, and then the game goes long. So Morphling has items, then they win the.
Yeah.
the pressure is on.
It's basically the LGD EG game, where LGD was just able to hold off enough against the Venge carry and the push of EG to where Siler just got farmed enough to win. So
Okay, well, let's see if Wings can copy LGD, which is a very tough feat to do, but we're going to find out if they can. It is time for our last match of the day. Also, shout out to Pimaku, who's about to observe his 9th game in a row without really a proper break. So here we go. It's time for Wings versus compLexity with LD and Luminous.
Well, thank you very much, Sheever.
You get a shout out for observing Dota?
Yo, he
You
gets
just
to-
sit there
he
and
gets
move
to
your
chill.
mouse.
You know, I've seen Pimp before. He's got his leg up
Yeah.
on the desk. He's just kind of one-handing it half the time, man.
Dude, I don't even have a break.
Yeah, that's a baloney shout-out. Can we take the shout-out back?
Take it back.
Take it back. It's
Yeah.
day one.
day
No
one.
shout-outs on day one. We've only just begun here, but
Hey, LD, you're great.
Lumi,
I think you're
I
right.
feel like we literally just cast this game. This is
30
exactly what
seconds to
VP
battle.
drafted against Wings, almost down to a T. Opened very similarly. They get the Chen, Invoker, Beastmaster, Death Prophet. I think there was a Lycan instead for VP. And Wings, I guess, just don't think that it's a problem because they've basically given that draft away, perhaps feeling like if they execute right that they can handle
They
it.
got a Morphling, dude.
Okay.
That's the best carry hero on Dota right now, right?
Well, I hope he just doesn't run into the pit
The
at
battle begins.
8 minutes like the Juggernaut did, because I can tell you this Morphling will be not long for this world if he does that.
Holy. All right, now I'm deflated. Just watching this game again.
Oh, that was a nice story that the panel told, though. I liked that. This miraculous tale of love and loss where somehow Wayne scrapped together fight after fight, and, you know, then Morphling comes out of the woods with 5 items at 30 minutes.
It could happen.
Yeah. It is. They could actually win the lanes.
Yeah.
I do think they have decent matchups here, looking at how the laning stage is going to go. Beastmaster going to struggle quite a bit against the Coconut early on, as long with the Morphling harass. It could go in and pressure Swindle quite a bit. In the mid lane, Viper probably one of the best heroes to lane against Death Prophet. Not to say anyone really enjoys it, but he's one of the better ones to handle it. But already, if you look at mid, I believe they're on the smoke gank. Don't think this was scouted either. We're back at that big camp when it began. Not exactly sure where they smoked, but I think it was out of vision.
Snowball plus Chen is definitely a cute thing. Like, you just grab all the creeps going in, and then
This is big if they get the kill here.
Vengeful Spirit not exactly the best defensive support against Chen things.
Maybe they did see it, judging by the position.
All right, he's gonna tank the gank.
Ben just gonna reveal it. So
Okay.
I guess they did get vision before the smoke.
All right. So I know Winter was kind of touching on that Earth Spirit could do everything that offlane Earth Spirit could do as a support. I actually think that he's worse in the offlane, simply because a lot of Earth Spirit, what he could do early is just roam around and just set up kills.
Well, I feel like he has that effect that Nyx once he hits level 6 effect, or Clock once he hits level 6, where
Well-
he's a lot scarier when you don't know if he's going to roll on you, and he can just come out of the fog. Like, you see him in lane, the Earth Spirit can't really apply pressure.
Well, the thing is, those two heroes you mentioned can't actually gank till level 6.
right.
Earth Spirit can.
I'm saying him at level 1 to like 3 is the same as those heroes at 6 in terms of like being off the map is better for your team.
I don't know. I feel like he's like the Spirit Breaker that could roam, you know, much early, so you don't need to get a level 6. And I feel like you could just put another hero to be greedier at the top lane. Oh, we'll see.
I think we're saying the same thing, Lumi.
Okay.
But
I'm right.
yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
You're right. I'm left.
Yeah.
Morphling is farming well, and very good news for Wayne. So they are off to a pretty hot start there. 9 denies already, and Well, the other cores, Death Prophet holding her own in mid, 11 and 4, doing a bit better than the Viper. But remember, they committed a lot to that with that smoke gank, which did not succeed. And we do see the Invoker top having a pretty good time of it early on. As Swindle's trying to engage into Ice. He has the boar available. The micro, not the best. And he gets waved on. Shadow's going to come in for this one.
That's
the
a kill.
Maledict
One more.
taking out one more auto tech. Should do Swindle and tries to
And he
turn
ate
for
the mango
access.
too.
Oh, and while that was happening, I guess there ends up being action elsewhere.
All right.
Will go down.
Blink or Dagger or whatever his name is need to download that replay from Fata and watch how this matchup goes. Because Fata was just on the enemy ramp against the DP, laying it down with poison attack. And here we go. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of
Roll
kill
forward
attempt.
onto Chessie. The stun comes in from Innocence, so constant ganks all over the map. Wings.
Oh,
Ooh, it's even
Sentry,
coming
okay.
prepared with sentries.
what a player.
That was not the play of an innocent. That was the play of an experienced, wily veteran. And Swindles is going to die again. This has been
He did say that he's
rough
not very good at
day
off lane.
for Swindles. My God.
And the tilt.
This guy is just getting beaten up.
Yep. It's happening right now.
But he keeps on coming back in the ring. You got to admire that.
I mean, where does he go? Can't go into a jungle. He's a beast master.
Stack Ancients.
I guess so. All right, Venge doing a little bit of D-ward.
I mean, they're dominating the lanes now. Morphling, Viper, and Earth Spirit all getting a lot early on.
Actually, you say Swindle's not having a good time. Limp is not having a good day at all, right? Like, so far, both of his game, he just got dominated on the mid lane.
Well, yeah, that's fair. He has not had a good day either.
Yeah.
But I feel like for him, it was mainly the one game where he really struggled, whereas Swindles is the Brewmaster game. He had a really rough time. This game,
last game he had an Earth Spirit camping him nonstop in the mid lane. That wasn't great either.
yeah, but he handled it a lot better than the Chen game. He died, but not nearly as much.
All right, this should be a kill if you just blow everything on Chessie, but there's a snowball.
Let's see if they can isolate him. They're pretty a third. The Witch Doctor coming from the south. Not skilled up to level 2 Maledict, but it's available if they see a kill opportunity.
Yep.
You know, I think the other thing with the mid matchup, you mentioned the Fata Viper, but Fata's Viper was the one getting the help. That was with the Chen, so it's not quite the same as this particular game. Soul Siphon goes out in the mid lane, though, as Limp engages. The Viper will make it out barely at that. The Death Prophet, Innocence turns around and tanks the whole full damage. So complexity, despite a pretty slow start, get on the board here. Again, 3-2.
Also missing the Sunstrike there. A little bit of miscommunication for the team. You need to throw the Sunstrike as the net is coming out. But they do get the kill. They get a little bit of tower damage. This is the one that I'm always somewhat confused about. When do you recognize your skill level 6 ult on DP? Do you always do it? I don't feel like...
Did he go for the Siphon first build this game? On the Death Prophet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
I think if you go that build, you usually get the ult at 6. At least it seems that's
That's fair.
the build.
Although I'm not sure if you want to get it against Viper, right? He could easily kind of just break the... I mean, he'll slow you and then he'll run away. In any case, looks like Hanskin might actually die here. They will get one kill in return. And this is where Earth Spirit is really good. When you're in the offlane, you get the level 6.
Oh, Wild Meteor appears. Don't come this way, Faith. He's like, great. I wasn't planning on it anyway, you jerk.
Out of here.
Rolls away to the right. Has the phase boots available. Salve comes out, and he's back to full HP with a Venge there to not only support him, but just punish Swindle again.
Oh, Swindle, not like this.
This is like the ideal time for Swindle to die. Wave is there. Missile completes the kill. Our Spirit taunts him on the way out. Just reminding him how much better of a time he's having in the offlane than poor Swindle. Lowest net worth in the game. Ouch.
Dire's structures are fortified.
With HCS, too.
I mean, Morphling versus Beastmaster. Morphling would help versus Beastmaster. It's just... You don't expect to win that matchup. Does he have any stacks in the jungle to show for it, at least?
The Beastmaster?
Yeah.
They have one double stack. It looks
Yeah, so... he's just losing the offline. There's no better way to say it.
It's another smoke from compLexity. Innocent's going to reveal it. They should be able to grab the kill here, but even if they do, it's only a Vengeful Spirit. Again,
do they get the kill?
Gag. Do they get the kill with the Sunstrike? Not
Okay.
quite connecting. They barely secured in the end.
All right, a kill's a kill. They smoke for it, though.
I mean, you look at this draft, though, as good of a pushing lineup as there. Like, the Chen's start is so slow. He's level 4. It's 7.5 minutes. They've blown a bunch of smokes. They're still trailing in kills. I think compLexity is actually having a tough enough time in the laning stage that this is not an auto win, despite compared to the Liquid game where it was just an auto win.
Well, the difference is that,
sorry, the VP game after 5-10 minutes.
I get what you're saying, but the difference is that compLexity in the 2 previous games just flat out lost the early game. Like they just got dumpstered.
Oh yeah, this is progress.
So, yeah, they're getting something, right?
This is definitely progress.
Yeah, so.
But it doesn't feel great. Shadow getting caught out here. Sunstreak coming through. Will that one connect? Yes, sir. And with that compLexity. Oh man, sparks flying everywhere. Almost hit me in the eye there.
Yeah, I think they keep doing what they're doing, right? Because now Invoker is getting some relatively free farm towards the Midas. You're looking at a Limp that hasn't, gone negative 30 seconds into the game.
Oh, Swindle, is he going to get solo killed here? Goes for the TP out. Well played, sir.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. That's a good way to handle the gank. First Magnetize committed. But they are rotating on mid now. 3 heroes converging. And I guess they were thinking about a gank, but nobody home this time. So compLexity dodging that.
All right, how did I get this kill is the question. You need to get in front of the Earth Spirit and then tank his roll, essentially. Don't let him roll.
Silence him.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yep. Roll out. Pythium, but the snowball is going to follow him. It's a stone on ice parade here in the bottom lane as Limp is going to retreat out, tries to get out of there in time. Hand of God, great Chet play to keep him alive. Another nuke and the send back will secure his retreat, but they still lose the touch. And Morphling just might be able to get a rage on this Chen. It's going to be a bit too far.
Yeah.
So they commit the entire team. They do walk away with the Tusk kill, and in the end, I guess compLexity is okay with that. They're pushing top. They're also pressuring mid. They're getting some trades.
I do want to say this is like the 2nd or 3rd time that Chessie's been getting absolute free farm as a result of these fights. So he's got the Midas being ferried out relatively soon, and I think finally compLexity gets to execute a draft that they meant to execute.
Well, yeah, at least the game isn't over at 5 minutes in terms of just the laning stage.
Although, to be fair, Wings is also executing their game plan, right? The Morphling is the highest net worth in the game. He's last-hitting every creep on the map.
Just comparing this game to the VP game with a similar draft for Call, I would say by comparison, Wings is actually winning the laning stage relative to that. But compared to compLexity's others games, like you said, this is progress.
So I guess the nice thing to say about this game is both teams is going to play some Dota this game. There's not a 20-minute GG one way or another. Why are you laughing? It's true.
You're right. Technically, it is true.
Yeah. The other games didn't get to play Dota.
What would you call it?
I mean,
if not Dota.
Like one game just like...
What do you call it? Dotka?
That's what you would call it. Which I don't disagree, actually.
I mean, we are in Belarus.
Yeah. I mean, there's... What else is...
Drinking's going to happen.
What else is there to do in Belarus?
Freeze your ass off. No, it seems like a beautiful country, but it is... My God, it is cold.
Yo, one thing I always want to try, like it's really cold place. You go outside and pee. And then I heard myth tales where the pee would freeze before it touched the ground. Is that like just...
It's not nearly cold enough for that.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I've never been this cold. I come from California. But I've heard tales where...
Dude, that's not even close to... I think it's got to be like 30 degrees colder for that to actually be a possibility.
Yeah, then I always ask, like, wouldn't, your private parts would feel too cold for that to be a thing?
You're a weird guy,
Radiant's
man.
bottom tower is
Look, we're in Belarus. There's nothing to do.
There's Dota to cast. Dota to cast.
Right, this is the first game of Dota I saw today, There's a lot of other games.
The start of the day, we had some some straightforward, good old fun, but on a more serious note, 6-5 the score here. compLexity are building up the arsenal. They got the Midas out, Death Prophet working towards her first big item. As compLexity are going to rotate in the gang. They bring Swindle and Handskin down. And Limp getting caught in the river. There's the roll in, face beyond. Oh, that's a big grab with the Death Ward already out. It even bounces back from the Hawk onto the Death Prophet with that cast just for a little bit of additional lockdown. And they get the kill. This is the concern, is if you're not getting to use that ult offensively. That's where Wings can really pull this one away. And
Casket.
BOT's Morphling already online.
Do you think this is a BOT's Morphling game? I feel like you want to go Linken's first against a hero like a Beastmaster.
I think it's so he can fight more and fight early before calls start grouping.
All right, they do get the one quick kill on Chen. The Roar is going to get dropped out. Really just defensive Roar almost. They're going to throw everything at Wings, but he's got the mech. He uses it now. Chessie in a lot of trouble in the front line.
Look how strong they are right
The
now. They're
casket.
looking to wave forward onto Chessie. Where's that snowball save when you need it? Drags him into the midst of the enemy team. Lips gets off an ultimate, and Wings are a bit trapped out. The Soul Siphon going, but not for very long. Is it going to be enough? Lips not managing to grab that many kills. Finally, Shadow will wave his way out of here. Still very healthy. Innocence also on the retreat. Earth Spirit may even re-engage. So that first death profit ult of any significance doesn't really get too much done.
That was with the perfect shards in front of Tier 1 tower, trapping 3 heroes in. And I think there was 3 Soul Siphons going on at the same time. In fact,
He committed all of his charges there. And he's going to pay it with his life now.
oh, Hand of God?
Maybe the Hand of God prevents it.
Gets the heal back up.
Just
okay.
in time.
Calculated.
I have to say the Chen play has been...
Oh, if they hit that! I want to say he was playing Dota.
What?
Dire's top tower.
Sunstrike Simulator?
Dude, that was good. That was some good stuff.
Yeah, that was really close, actually.
Yeah. But no, he didn't.
But close doesn't count.
All right. Who's free farming off the map? Are you still certain that this is the Shadow, or sorry,
He's
the
not
BOT
going.
game?
He's not going Necrobook.
Yules.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. He's okay. Very different game plan from Call then compared to what VP did.
I mean,
that one item decision makes a huge difference for the overall strategy.
I agree, and I do want to say that Necrobook Monoburn is so good against Morphling. I'm surprised he
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
skipped it out.
It is a pretty good game for the solo kill potential, but Innocent is trying to find Z-Freak, who looked to snowball his way out of this one, gets caught in the death ward. My god, Wings just blasting him to smithereens. And now the top lane looks like there's also a jump here forward. Chessie getting caught out, chucks out the tornado. Looking for the retreat, and then action on bottom as well as Swindles wants to get involved. He roars a full HP Witch Doctor, who promptly just waddles away. Wave in from Shadow, cleared out the board again. They did in the end manage to grab the kill top. Another death for a core. Invoker falling, and
Dire's middle tower is
it
under
just
attack.
doesn't seem like Complexity's overall game plan is really coming together.
Yeah.
It looked like they wanted to just throw roars and snowballs into Sunstrikes for kills. We've seen a couple of missed Sunstrikes, a couple of fights where they just didn't have enough backup damage, and now going into the mid game, the push potential is a bit limited, but they are going to try to find the fight here bottom. Ice Ice quickly swapped out. Z-Freak tanking the wave as well as the Adaptive Strike, and that's a fairly high level Maledict, I do believe. Ice Ice going to go down, level 2. But not enough for the
TP
kill.
out.
Dire's top
Yeah, he
tower
makes it
is
home.
under
Good
attack.
escape, and the send back for Z-Freak.
So the problem with Complexity right now is they're just playing reactionary Dota, right? They see 3 heroes bottom, they're like, okay, we'll TP there and fight. Also, if you look at the way that the items is coming for the Invoker, he's getting the Yules to protect himself against the silence of the Earth Spirit.
Dire's top
And
tower
same thing with
has
Death Prophet,
fallen.
but Yules is standard for
Radiant's
Death
bottom
Prophet.
tower is under
The thing is,
attack.
I feel like if a Complexity is, you know, supposed to play their own game, they're supposed to be in the driver's seat, especially with heroes like Beastmaster and Invoker and Tusk. And it feels like that's not the case. So, I don't know. Once again, Complexity really can't really play the game that they want to play, which is kind of this mid-game dominance, high-impact aggression kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, they really felt like they're like, okay, let's just run a push strat this game. It seemed like that was the overall game plan from the draft, but the way the game's developing and with the Yules coming out in the Invoker, it doesn't seem like they're actually going to commit to that. They get some wards down, maybe feeling they don't have critical mass advantage to be able to go for a push strat, but in doing so, they may well be playing into the Morphling's hands, who's leader in net worth, 6,800 gold, and well on his way to his first big item.
Like, for example, in this scenario where you have a little bit of map momentum, like, can you not just go into the Roshan pit, send Chen creeps, you get the Beastmaster aura, and just, like, start the Rosh? Let's say force Wings to come to you.
I think ideally you want that
Dire's
one
top
pick,
tower is under
and then
attack.
you go.
Yeah. But the thing is, they're not getting that one pick with their movements right now, right? Like, you stand in the middle of the enemy jungle, they see you, you see them too. You don't get that one pick by...
But yeah, you see a Morphling go BOTs and now is building into a Lincoln Sphere as there is action breaking on the bottom lane. Swindle getting caught out. The Death Ward again working its magic.
Send
They go
back,
for the
send back.
The Sunstrike as well. Z-Freak. Oh, that Sunstrike did a lot of damage to Ice Ice. Can they kill him off? Snowball forward.
Punch.
Uppercut comes through the shards. Is it enough? Z-Freak does get a kill out of this. All the while the Soul Siphon going, but Faith Beyond able to roll away.
All right.
Oh, they might get Handskin here too.
Okay, silence is good. They got some siphons as well. He could wait long enough. He also has Hand of God, so they could actually bait him a little bit. In fact, kicked Shadow in.
Get in there, Shadow.
Dire's
You're a
middle tower
Morphling.
is under attack.
All right, they're out. All right, so they got the 1-for-1 trade. Again, is this where you go into Roshan?
But to go back to your previous point, like you see that Morphling build, I think you have to just be playing aggressive Dota here as they
got him.
feel the big combo. Unfortunately, only a replicate. And Limp may be dropping here to Shadow. Does he have the mana? No, turning back for Swindles. The Necro Book comes out, but the mana burns there in Shadow. Good micro from Swindles. That's going to protect him. Hanskin, though, gets off the Hand of God. They might be able to turn this on Innocence. Limp jumping in. The mech is already picked up by Wings, and they're going to use that to try and hold the line
here we
Soul
go.
Siphon going. Give him the old sucky. Flying Manta Ray on the run. No escape, and down he will go. Faith Beyond now into the trees. Caught by the Yules mid-roll, and also likely in danger here. He kicks the Death Prophet out of the way. Let me hide, but no mana for the TP out. 3 down. All day. compLexity now is going to make their move.
Yeah, they got the Exorcism running as well. And even if the Exorcism runs out, you still got the Chen creeps. They're going to do a little bit of damage to that tier 2. This is where they want to be on the winning ends of fights. And honestly, again, taking the fight to Wings in that engagement and making it work. I think Wings chased a little bit too far, though, to be fair in that fight.
Yeah, they just got the Viper mech, and I think they were feeling extremely confident. But even with the mech, compLexity still feels like the stronger 5-man lineup at this stage.
Of course, Morphling still does very little in this stage of the game. And the fact that he got BOF first, the reason why I keep bringing back that point back is, one is he actually coming out of the jungle to fight. The
well,
BLT
he's got to
just,
get Lincoln's and then an E-Blade. And then he can come to fights before then, but he's not going to be a huge
so 20 minutes later, I guess?
huge threat on the map. Well, that goes to your original point of, like, shouldn't they be taking Roche? Certainly once they see that build, they should.
Yeah. All right, Roche is happening. They're going to get it.
They're also trying to jump the mid lane where Tusk is currently farming. Let's see Freak going to hang back. So the Roshan uncontested. I definitely don't think like Aegis is a game-winning item for compLexity right now, but just getting the gold and getting the confidence to push with that extra life is a big deal for them.
Yep. So Chessie's going to be getting it. I mean, as you know, as bad, quote-unquote bad, the Invoker build is because he's gone for Yules. He is going to be able to delete one hero.
It's not that it's definitely not a bad build by any means.
It's just not the norm.
It doesn't seem like it has the same synergy as the Necro Book with the rest of the draft, but if he's able to find pickoffs, then it can effectively let you push it just as much. But he has not really found them yet.
Yep.
But now he gets the blink. So now you can jump anybody and easily pick them off aside from the Morphling or the Viper.
I think the panel was asking if there was a big Invoker performance today. Sumail had an amazing Invoker game earlier on the B stream, just making a lot happen because of the blink. He would always blink behind or on the side of 3 heroes, land up at perfect, Deafling Blast Meteor combo. So Chessie could be doing the same here.
Yeah, and they already still have one Necro Book carrier in the Beastmaster, so
yeah,
it's by no means mandatory to get 2.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna see another Aether Lens in this game, and I think this is a game, on the DP, and this is a game where I would make the argument that you want something a little bit bigger, a little bit tankier.
Like just go straight for the Octarine.
Yeah.
Sunstray combo on the mid lane, but the Deafening Blast didn't quite connect. As Innocence just walks away. Snowball is there though, so they still end up getting the kill. There's the Deafening Blast.
Yeah. I guess the Yule Scepter just gives them a lot more option to initiate as well. They don't just have to solely rely on the Beastmaster Roar. The Yules, you can make the argument even better in terms of setting up those kills. So second time compLexity gets something going, and they have, at least quite good push to make it work.
Roar top lane, Necro Book coming into play here. Shadow's already out of mana, Silence comes through. They give him the Soul Siphon, hopefully, and yet now Shadow in a lot of trouble. Looks like they should be able to grab the Morphling, and we just see the power of the mana burning its Morphling to shut him down. Z-Freak trapped out in the middle of the team fight. Faith Beyond dropping low. The Magnetize comes through though. It quickly turns it. They are going to lose Z-Freak. Now Chessie on the run along with Handskin. Scattering out of there.
Radiant's middle tower is
They
under
should
attack.
survive. So a 2-for-1 around the map. Chessie continuing to farm it up. And compLexity now starting to
Dire's
find some
bottom
pickoffs
tower
around
is
the
under
map.
attack.
Yeah.
Getting good wards up, using the Hawk to give them some additional vision, is flying right over
Radiant's top
two
tower
Wings
is
heroes.
under attack.
What's the item that's coming to the Beastmaster? Is it a BOT or is it
Should
Blink?
be upgraded.
Yeah, BOT.
Necro? No, it's just the Necro.
Oh, okay.
He's still building the Necro 3.
I thought he has it
Radiant's
finished
top
by now,
tower
but I guess
He
he's
just
struggling.
had the Necro 1
Yeah.
or 2
Dire's
earlier.
bottom tower
Blink.
is under attack.
Another pick off here coming out from compLexity.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
Wings
is under
are starting to
attack.
get very out of position. A lot of heroes just
Dire's
diving
middle
in
tower
deep
is under
without
attack.
vision, getting punished for it. Ice could be next.
So Siphon time. Easy. All
They
right.
are hemorrhaging kills. That's, what, 5 mostly unanswered kills in a row?
Yeah. So to ask your question, should Beastmaster go Blink next or BOT next? Because you see the
Dire's
Morphling with
middle
BOT.
tower
You're like,
has
you know, I
been
could keep up with
denied.
him. You can also BOT to your Hawks. Or is it better just to, you know, jump in and initiate?
That's actually tough. I mean, I guess the bigger thing is I think they're both really good items this game just for the mobility factor. So I would like to see him grab both. But
I guess the order is...
they don't really have the most mobile lineup, so maybe you get the BOTs first just to help deal with the split push from Shadow.
Yeah.
And then you go back for the Blink.
The thing is, with Blink, though, there's no way he could cancel the Lincoln initially.
Yeah, so it's not like he has an easy roar up.
I guess you could technically Blink, Necrobook, Mana Burn to cancel it, and then get the roar off, but by that time, Shadow's, you know, already out of there. If he has a replicate up. Which he currently does not right now.
He's feeling pretty safe at the moment. Does see the Beastmaster in the bottom lane. His primary nemesis with the Mana Burn and the roar potential.
Yep.
But they're also moving on mid, Z-Freak. Jaunting through the Radiant jungle. Jessie is there as well.
Dire's top tower
So I
is
think
under
today we've
attack.
seen a couple games where like the game's even, it's even, it's even. It's like, oh, suddenly you lose one hero and you just straight up lose like a Rax and then the game. I feel like compLexity has that kind of lineup. Like once Chen finishes Axe, you grab the Frenzy Creep, you got the Beastmaster Auras, you got the Necrobooks, you got the Alacrity, and of course you got DP.
And you'll have probably the next Roche shortly thereafter.
Right. So I can see how compLexity could just get a random pickoff in, let's say, 10 minutes. And then
I mean, and then just go win the game.
Yeah.
And that's where, yes, the Beastmaster, and like even just getting a drums would be great, honestly. Just if they're planning on that timing. Because I don't know that they need a pick.
Ooh, Limp.
There's the dust. Wings were prepared. Beastmaster coming in, Limp. Fairly tanky as he's already managed to complete the Soul Booster, but they throw everything in the kitchen sink at him. Even with the Invoker combo there, it's not enough to get a counter kill. That will take the wheels off of the compLexity aggression, at least for the moment.
Yeah, that's too bad for him because he's well on his way to finish his Octarine.
This is a farm Burst Spirit. Gets the Helm of Iron Will out.
Is that a Veil coming up
Veil
next?
build-up?
Yeah. I guess I'm I don't see a lot of offlane Earth Spirit, so I was like not impressed by it. But this game, the way that he's playing and his effectiveness is quite high.
He's been incredibly high impact.
Yeah.
4, 2, and 8 from the offlane. Like you can't ask for anything else.
And it's a different kind of impact compared to what we see as a support role. The support role is more like onto the roaming, the early game ganks.
And securing mid lane, for
Right.
example.
This one, he's in there soaking up damage, dishing out a ton of damage, and just having the tank ability to kind of weave in and out of the fight. So, it's great still.
So Chessie will grab a point booster,
Radiant's
going into the
top
Ags
tower
next,
is
it
under
appears.
attack.
Which is generally the follow-up we see when you go for this Blink Yules build,
Yeah.
rather than the Necro book. compLexity are going to smoke, and it is BOTs. So that answers the question. Might be able to find the Viper now. It looks like they do a vision of him. Moving into position. Z-Freak. The shards are there. It's going to catch up both the two heroes. Snowball. Huge plays from Z-Freak. Then the ghosts come in, and they get to work, just annihilating the Viper. The Venge died before we could even really see her drop
is that the
down.
one fight where you just go? No, they're going to clean up the ancient creeps instead.
Oh, that's so big. Massive economic damage now.
Yep. So, is Chen... Does he have his axe finish after this fight? I would
think so,
assume so, yeah. Or close to it. It's 400 goals off.
Radiant's
So they're going to
middle
get Chen
tower
Eggs.
is
They
under
probably
attack.
get the next Roche.
Yep.
If they don't go high ground
Jeez,
right now.
the tower is
They
just-
might just go high ground
Radiant's
now,
middle
actually.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. The whole horde comes marching in.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower
been
is
a
under
very
attack.
different way to get here than the VP game, but it is kind of feeling like what happened in the VP game at 15 minutes and is now happening at 27.
Yep.
The whole creep army just rolls in.
Radiant
Tower almost
structures
instantly
are
killed off, but
fortified.
complexity a little bit less overwhelming and a little bit more scared are going to back off.
Yeah, I wonder if Veno is going to make a comeback as a hero that would give you this kind of
Dire's
death
top
push
tower is
capability.
under attack.
You mean on the offensive side, right?
Yeah, I mean defensively he's not even too bad. You know, dropping plague wards to defend.
I just feel like when you have this much stuff, like plague wards just get chewed up by the creep.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess offensively then. It just this kind of way of playing just reminds me of TI4 finals.
What did they change? What did the frog change about Venom in this patch? Do you remember? Did anything get changed?
No, I think the only line of text he got was like, it was the example case for Aether Lens. Like, oh, it works with spells
you can,
like
you can plop your wards down.
with his Venomous Scale, it goes longer or something like that.
Interesting. Hanskin is going to walk right into Shadow. Wave over the top, but taking massive
double
right-click damage. That DD rune, what a time for it, but the Axe arrives. He immediately Hands of Gods, and we'll make it out.
Yep, he's good.
So they have the Axe, next Roshan, and then I really do think complexity are going to go for the base.
I imagine Chen is level 11 or higher, so he could grab 2 creeps. Yeah, he's level 12. So I think your best bets are Granite Golem plus the
Frenzy
creep.
Yeah, and they've got a great Frenzy candidate in the Invoker. Even the Death Prophet's right clicks are decent.
Dude, you frenzy the Necro Book. That thing goes crazy. That has low BAT, right? So
That definitely works.
It's a little squishy, so it'll probably die. But
The thing that can really derail the push, though, is the E-Blade here.
yes,
There's a lot of solo kills available to Shadow.
if he just picks off like a random hero, like complexity can't push without 5.
Is going to find him, though. Breaking the Lincoln Sphere, the whole combination
Silence.
onto Shadow. Silence through it all, but he got off the morph before it happened. He's just completely unkillable for the moment as he jumps to the bottom lane. We'll retreat. Well, the power of the morph lane. If that's any other hero, he dies there for sure. It's like 3 times over.
At least they're like saying, hey, you know, you don't. The map's not free for you to farm. You gotta still respect your ganking power. Looks like the Chen has a Black Dragon right now, which is good for split pushing. Send it around. Farm
Maybe
a bit.
not the ideal creep for just 5-manning up the ramp, but
Yep.
yeah, definitely not bad.
I think I saw somebody getting 3 of them today, and it was just the most
It
ridiculous.
was just great balls of
Dire's
fire
bottom
everywhere.
tower is under attack.
Oh, there we go. They're heating up.
Radiant's top
Are
tower
you
is
commenting
under
the
attack.
Granite Golem? Is that the...
Talk about the complexity push, man, but
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
fair enough.
Blink Dagger and BOT's online.
Yep. No surprise.
You sure you're not slipping Swindle any messages here, Lumi, during the cast? You got anything that you need
Yeah.
to disclose to the viewers?
I gave him some paper. He just shredded up. He's like, why do I need to listen to you?
Lumi's patented Beastmaster secrets.
I
Top,
mean,
top 5 top 5 things you'll never expect to see out of a Beastmaster. BOTs and a blink after a Necro 3.
my
with
goodness.
a gem.
I mean, Axe and
A
Vlad are...
shocking truth.
Axe and Vlad are valid
They get
builds.
the swap off on Lipto in the mid lane. The tornado comes through
Snowball?
along with the snowball save. Then the Deafening Blast meter. They're going to be able to turn this one around. This could be disastrous for Wade. No, maybe not.
Yeah,
Death Prophet down. It looked like they had the firepower for a moment, and then he just falls in the end. Z-Freak kicked out, finished off, so they grabbed 2, and Chessie forced to blink away. Wow, complexity really getting ported now. The pickoffs are what's making it happen.
Yeah, and unfortunately for complexity, even if DP, like let's say, buys back for this critical fight, no ultimate. Use it there in that fight.
And they might just steal the
yeah,
red.
this...
No buyback, and more, just as importantly, no
Oh,
exorcism
no.
anymore.
Like you said, this is what's the derailing, right? Like, if you get that one pick, they will scout it out, the Great Balls of Fire being dropped.
It's really, it's just been, oh, thank you. Nice stop there.
Okay, Tornado coming in.
Pretty low level X.
Oh, again, the Fireball is actually doing a lot of work.
Fireball's in the Chen army, and
Okay.
they can't easily kill off that giant black dragon. In fact, Hanskin just pokes his head down the ramp. It seems they will be able to hold off
Wow.
the Roshan.
I'm surprised that they're able to do that with, what, 2 heroes, essentially. And without even exerting any buybacks. Good stuff. Who has a Maelstrom? Viper has a Maelstrom.
Yeah, he went back for that pretty recently, like maybe 3 to 5 minutes ago. I guess just to deal with all the creeps that are going to be pushing in.
I guess so. I'm just not a big fan in the sense that you can't really upgrade it into Mjolnir. I mean, you can. It's just that there's 2 Yules on the enemy side, and it'll just dispel your lightning shield thing very easily.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, I mean, it's a fine item.
Roshan has
I think
fallen to
Morphline's
the
farmed
depths.
enough that this
Dire's
is
top
getting
tower
pretty
has fallen.
dicey for complexity.
But Morphling is not a carry hero that could withstand a 5-man push, right? So,
Well, he just rats it, right?
yeah.
Or tries to anyway. Chessie in deep, just got an Aegis, eager to lose it. And he will.
Dire's
Shards
top
come out,
tower
but
is
there's
under
really no
attack.
backup.
All right, just gives away a free Aegis. Roar's going to come through here. They're going to focus on him. Nice
Here's
3-man
Morphling.
silence.
Shadow trying to find the first kill of the fight, but he already used the shotgun elsewhere, so Lim isn't going to have too much trouble engaging.
Oh,
The
Death Ward.
Death Ward going to work. Big time. Swindle survives it, but Wings with too much firepower. Perhaps they even roll forward. It's all about staying alive here as long as possible to dish out that extra bit of damage. Somehow Swindle survives through the whole damn thing, but then the Magnetize comes out. Pantheon trying to kill off everybody, and they're all so damn
They're
low.
not dead,
Are they going to get off another Chen heal before this thing's over? Handskin, it's going to cool down relatively soon. Might be able to salvage the push.
Confirm they're all not dead.
Send back 4. That almost looked like a 4-for-1 the other way.
Yeah.
4-for-1 favoring complexity.
I think if he had Veil for that, I want to say he dropped Veil before the fight actually broke out. Like, he was so close to killing everybody. Holy shit.
That was unbelievably close to going the other way. That Magnetize almost killed 4 heroes.
Yeah. What happened in that fight? Like, why was... Like, because they took a ton of Death Ward damage as well. I'm surprised they...
So the Death Ward was committed almost entirely on the Beastmaster, who walked away with like 10 HP.
Right, the Snowball did a lot.
The Snowball kept the Death Prophet alive. Death Prophet was not focused because the shotgun was used on...
The Beastmaster?
The Beastmaster, I think, before the Death Ward. And then the Earth Spirit came in with his combo like a little bit late. They managed to get some heal off from the Chen, so it just seemed like the timing wasn't quite as crisp as what Wings needed to be on their spells.
Alright, Zufuk's gonna get caught here.
As someone is pointing out there, the Golem bonus HP definitely made a big difference there. Imagine if they didn't have that. I think they're all dead then.
Did they save the big Ancients? I think so. There's some creep. Yeah, there you go.
The real heroes of complexity.
Yeah.
Just strutting around. Yeah, look at that guy. Oh, that's weird. Don't do that. And definitely don't show that to the kids.
That's the thing where I do feel like, as we see a lot of Zeus in the current patch, and you know, whenever I see the Chen picking up the Grindite Golem, I feel like, oh, Zeus is somewhat neutered.
Does it make you cry a little?
I mean, I'm not a Zeus player, so no, not really. I'm more on the Chen side here. Go Chen. All right, so we keep saying that eventually Shadow's going to come out of the woods and start carrying. Is this it? Is this the moment of time where the game is out of hand?
If they slip up whatsoever, he's just going to wipe them. It's
Complexity, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much how I feel about
Well,
the
same
Morphling.
thing the other direction, right? If Complexity wins one big fight, they also just rest.
They don't have one hero that's going to do it, though. It's going to take like a combined effort from everyone.
Okay.
I think that's the difference.
So it's easier for Wings to win from a slip-up than Complexity, you're saying?
It's more of a one-man show. They would,
Okay.
I think.
I don't know, man.
You look at some of these other heroes; they are looking a little bit poor.
Faith BN last fight, was trying to make it a one-man show for himself. Almost did it. There's that mantle.
So he's got a solution out for the silence. Very nice. Has been a bit of a thorn on his side.
Is Witch Doctor working on any like big items? Is it Axe? Oh, he's got Axe. All right. I think he had Axe in the last fight, I want to say. That's why he was dishing out so much damage. I didn't think it was just on the Beastmaster, the Death Ward.
It was, well, I think it was only a level 1 ult at that point, right?
Or maybe he just completed recently.
Maybe.
Uh-oh,
They
Shadow.
found Shadow.
He's got-
But he has the rep.
I don't know, Morphling is like the most...
Well, that's the thing is Wings can just play this keep away game, and Morphline's big enough that I wouldn't say he quite matches the push of complexity, but he he really does bring towers down
is under
quickly.
attack.
We did have in the Haas stats that if a game goes past 50 minutes,
Dire's middle tower
Earth Spirit
has fallen.
and Vengeful Spirit has the highest win
Radiant's
rate
top
in this
tower
patch.
under
Is this
attack.
where you just go for it, Lumi?
Dire's
Your
middle
complexity
I
right
would go,
now,
yeah, just
right
go.
now, your Swindle, are you going for it?
You call it. You go for it.
Get in there. Get in that ass, says Swindle. We're doing it.
Yep.
Pops the Necro book,
Dire's
and
middle
they are
tower
looking
has
for the
fallen.
trade. Shadow is going to get a melee Rax out of this, but their
Radiant's
base is
top
under
tower
attack
is
as
under
well.
attack.
Lip with the Exorcism going strong.
Dire's middle
They're
tower.
still sticking around there with the Morph. It looks like he's guillotined back and
Dire's
joining the
middle
fight. Momentarily
tower.
shotgun on the Lip. They
Oh!
blast him down.
What a
Almost
swap.
off the bat, but kept alive as the Death Ward goes. Snowball, Lip, still hanging on through this. Now the Magnetize even coming out. So much damage as he continues to engage deeper and deeper behind enemy lines. Keep him alive. They can. They do manage to pop him. The Morphling also Knight had to buy back. They desperately want to hold on to this base. And they will find a secondary kill on the Beastmaster. Now they'll roll forward. Even the Venge recommitting just a bit late on the kick. Faith Beyond unable to find an additional kill here.
I mean, that was a lane
So
Rax
they
trade,
traded Rax
but you got 2 buybacks.
versus the Morphling, but he did have to buy back.
2 buybacks, yeah. Venge also had to buy back
Oh,
there.
who cares?
Well, no, it actually is a big deal because let's say Venge finishes Axe in a fight. You know, suddenly she essentially becomes immortal.
That's true.
So that contributes to why she's so good late game because by that time you do get a Venge Axe. All right, let's talk about this Axe on Earth Spirit. Actually, not exactly the most broken Axe in this game because you don't really have. You could keep the Morphling applied, but
Have you not seen the games where
I did.
where Earth Spirit just sends them like 2,000 units from like the tier 3 into the fountain?
Right. So you casted that game where Jackie was being protected, right?
Yeah.
But he's able to output damage with things like Radiance and Illusions as he's stoned up. Like Morphling actually needs to right click. So
No. You kick the enemy into your fountain.
okay, that's
That's how you end the push. You just send the Death Prophet in there. Nice ghosts, lady.
okay.
I mean, I think it's a really good high ground defense Aghanims,
yeah.
but BKBs are great against it as well, obviously. So with one now coming out on a key hero in the Death Prophet, we'll have to wait and see if it ends up being a game. And you do have great defensive support from the Chen and the Tusk. So
Yeah.
there's no guarantees this will be a game-winning Ags, but it can be a game changer.
I think Avenge gets to Axe Wings wins. Like just flat out.
Just immediately type GG.
yeah, just
I think
do it.
so too, because Venge is not getting to Eggs for a very long time.
Yeah.
So if she does,
It
that
goes in
means
tandem,
Morphling
right?
is 8 slotted.
Like it's gonna be 20 more minutes before he gets Axe. Is Limp gonna get caught there?
Showing Limp here bottom lane, the cast comes through, and it will bounce, and they're on top of each other.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's a lot of coconut.
Oh, they're gonna tier 2.
I don't think anybody likes coconuts that much.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Do you know that coconuts are green
No.
in real life?
Like, the outside, you mean?
Yeah, the outside. So there's 2 types of coconuts. The brown ones where you see in like Hawaii commercials. And apparently there's one type that's green.
Which kind is better? Green or brown?
I think green ones are better. Although
Have you actually eaten them?
yeah, they taste exactly the same. I was in Manila and then they gave me a green coconut. I was like, what the hell is this? Because you know.
What is this voodoo
Yeah,
fruit?
what is this green fruit? Is this like a a melon or
Did you
something?
just straight say that? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? It's like it's a coconut.
Very nice.
They're green.
So Assault Cuirass under construction here for Swindles. I imagine will be the next item. I'm not sure what else he would buy.
Do they have a Vlad
Oh,
on the team as well?
BKB. All right. So, I mean, the other thing is BKB is great against the shotgun. So not
Yeah.
only does it help you a lot versus the Earth Spirit with the Veil now, which obviously is also great with the shotgun, but it allows your cores to get what they need done in the middle of the fights. And along those lines, they did get a pipe on the Chen very recently as well.
Yeah. It also essentially takes out the Earth Spirit from the game.
Oh, the timing for complexity, so close to scouting this Roshan.
They have a Hawk anyway, so they should be able to. They could park some random unit inside. Maybe a random Chen creep. Forge Spirit. Alright, who do you
Might
jump?
find someone.
I think Ice Ice is probably the easiest kill that you could get to impact the fight.
Wings are kind of expecting something to go down. Z-Freak will start it off. The BKBs and plenty start coming out. The Death Wards there for the zoning tactics and Swindle. Forced to run away, but Ice Ice is down. They managed to finish off the Witch Doctor now, turning their attention on the Viper King Complexity. Actually get a win today. They desperately need this. Innocent will end up dropping. Now the Earth Spirit could well be next. Viper trapped out, solo, will fall. That's 3. Make it 4 with Faith Beyond getting massacred. So it's Shadow against the
Don't
world.
chase him. Just go down the lanes.
Come to Shadow.
Go bottom. Just go.
Go Rex.
Yeah.
And there is no counterplay here unless they can mass buyback. compLexity may have finally
no buybacks.
cracked it, open the space.
Yeah.
Tornado comes out. They're going to find the EMP opening onto the Viper, and now rolling in. Viper, if he dies here, going to be off the field for ages. It's 90 seconds that he's gone for. compLexity, at long last, a back and forth, crazy game. Draft-wise, it looked like it could just be a repeat of what VP did to Wayne's. Then, the way the game developed, it looked like Wayne's were just going to run them over with a Godzilla Morphling. And then compLexity, they got their act together here in the mid-game. And now they are pressing towards Mega Creeps. And with that, quite possibly the game win.
Alacrity Frenzy. Let's go. The double synchronous TP coming in. Yeah, that is going to be the Mega Creeps. And
No split push, no real counterplay for Wayne. They even get out safely. Hell, Tusk is 2 gems.
Nope.
Not for long.
Well, he's alive.
Maybe. Go. Beautiful kick there by the Earth Spirit. He hit 3 heroes.
All right, doesn't matter though.
Magnetizing everyone. Jet.
Oh, gems on the ground.
Didn't manage to get the Tusk in the end. Take my gems, but leave my team alone.
It's a peace offering being completely ignored.
Your
They're
offering is unacceptable to Faith the End God.
All right, refresh orb coming out as well. All right, I guess you just make a Hail Mary push down the mid lane.
Yeah, I don't think they're not good. Their lineup sucks at dealing with Mega Creeps. Even Morphling's pretty bad. Actually, he's terrible for a carry.
Yeah, he needs like a Maelstrom to even have a shot at it. But these heroes actually don't push very quickly because it's Mega Creeps. So.
And they are going to be walking right into the freshly acquired Refresher Orb of the Invoker.
Radiant's courier.
I mean, you just hope that they give you the 0-1 by 1, Walk in randomly. Kind of like what Alliance did to Team Spirit. Gave them the free win. But compLexity just need to calm down, all right? Like, right now Swindles is telling his team, all we need to do is to stand next to our throw and not die.
Do not feed.
Yeah, don't run in.
Feed. That's the call as they roll up onto the high ground. Faith hoping for that free feed. And then Wings. Let's see where they go. Do they go for the counter Mega Creeps here? No, they're going straight on.
Yeah, they have to win it now.
They know. The waves are pushing in. Their base is under siege. compLexity could try for the base trade, but they are looking to stand their ground and fight this one as there's a jump in from the Morphlings right into a Deafening Blast. He mances his way out. Chessie with the refresher, throwing shit everywhere. Fire, flame, and lightning. You gotta run, GG. They have no chance in hell.
Holy
They don't
crap.
even bother with the Morphlings.
That was a level 25 Invoker just doing Blizzard stuff right there.
That was Harry Potter at the end of the Deathly Hallows.
compLexity wins. I'm so happy.
I'm sure they're extremely disappointed in their day. You can see they're like not even that happy, but at least they got a win out
They
of
won Dota. They won a game.
And it puts them going into tomorrow with a decent chance to make a run.
They could still control their own fate.
They already played Liquid and VP, is that right? I believe? Or I think so. Liquid, VP, and Waynes. Those were the 3 teams they played, right? So those are the tougher teams of the group.
Right.
They should have a decent shot going into tomorrow.
Don't they have Secret?
Yeah, but hey,
Yeah,
Secrets, they're mortal.
Sure.
They can be beaten.
I do want to say that Secret hasn't really played this patch as much as I think compLexity. compLexity, because they came through a qualifier, they definitely have more experience with the patch.
And there's also more footage on them, so I guess it goes both ways.
Fair enough.
Not their smoothest day, though. I imagine if compLexity could take just one day of Dota back out of and just to pick a random day, this has got to be towards the top of the list for the past couple months.
At the same time, you could say, look, even though we went on tilt, we still, finished 1 and 2. I feel like if they come in a little bit more cool, calm, collected tomorrow, they could definitely come out with 2 wins, even against Secret. So.
All right, well, that does wrap up the games here for today on the main stream, guys. We might still have Dota going on the Starladder 2 stream, so if you haven't already checked that out, be sure to do so. I believe Owen and somebody else are currently casting there or finish up the
Gods,
day.
I think.
And I think we're coming back for a day wrap-up, but for now, guys, that does conclude the match, so congratulations to compLexity. They get some points out of today. We'll go to a break. We'll see you later.
E-gaming bets. We